We have a beautiful morning here in Oahu, and this is actually the pineapple area, the Dole plantation area, and the mountain range you see is the western mountain range here. It's an absolute gorgeous day. It's clear and all that, but right behind us here we have some chaos. They are doing some road construction down the road here, so we have a lot of cars and trucks and things like that. I'm not sure what they are doing really, but I'm sure I will find out in a little bit here. And here we have some military guys coming. We might as well take a look at these guys. There's some nice heavy trucks here. They're protecting this island, I guess. Normally this place is kind of empty, especially in the morning, but right now it's not. Anyway, so my plan for today is just to do random things. I don't really know, but I think I will go to the North Shore and check out a few things over there first, and then, I mean, who knows. I just wanted to kind of take a look at this mountain range here in this beautiful, beautiful weather. My God, more equipment here. All right, I better hop into the car and follow these guys then. I managed to pass the road construction. I saw what they were doing here. They are actually replacing the pavement here. So it will be a nice, smooth road all the way down to Haleʻiwa. Well, of course, every time I pass this Waimea coffee plantation here, I suddenly want some coffee. And I think I will go down and grab a cup when I'm down on the other side here. And the coffee is from pretty much right there. You can see the sign there. They say Waimea coffee. It's kind of right next to the pineapple fields here on the island. And I can tell you one thing, this coffee is very, very smooth. It's just the best coffee because the soil is so good, right? So let's continue this little road here all the way down. Before I'm going into Haleʻiwa here, I need to pick up some water and maybe a couple of bentos, so I survive the day. And this is like the first stop people normally do here. They go in and grab some stuff, so I will kind of do the same. Yeah, this is really the beginning of Haleʻiwa. It's a tourist trap, absolutely. Everybody comes here to pick up some garlic shrimps or some burgers. You can even buy Korean barbecue down in the corner here, and juices and all kind of stuff. And everybody comes here. I mean, it's so packed. You can't even find a seat here normally. Keep in mind, it's early in the morning. They are just opening up here. But a few hours later, it will be packed. A better angle from here. You see some of these old houses they have here. It's pretty nice, actually. I'm glad they keep it because this is really original Hawaiian style here, and you can actually sit and have a coffee right here if you like. So Haleʻiwa can be really nice if you come early, but later on it will simply be too many people here. That's just the way it is. Right now people are actually waking up in Waikiki, And they prepare to go here, absolutely. They even have buses coming with people from Waikiki. Haleʻiwa is actually one of the worst places here if you want to get away from people here. You have two places that are really super crowded. Haleʻiwa is one, Waikiki is another one. Simply too many tourists. But it's a beautiful little town though, it's really historic. The main area of town is like half a mile in that direction here. This is just the beginning here, but yeah, it's really cool. It's just too many people. So come early, that's my only recommendation, because later it's a zoo out there, okay? I will go down here and check it out. Down here is another place where you have all these food trucks. You have plenty of them. And this one is also slowly opening up here in the morning. And here is another cool little place, very similar to the first one. And you see the building up there, the red one. That one was built, I just passed the sign actually, and it said 1917. And the cool feature up there is that balcony they have up there. I really like it. And right now they have some kind of food inside. You can buy that. It's a little store and maybe a few other things. And of course they have the typical junk food here. It's so junky I don't even want to say the name, right? Well, you can see it for yourself here. My goodness. All right, they have a cafe in here. They are selling breakfast, lunch, stuff like that. But really this building is my favorite building here. Absolutely perfect building. And they paint everything in these bright colors here. I really like that. I think the more color, the better, right? And we have the post office in the green building. At the side there you see the flag over there. And if you like to exercise, you can do it on a bike like that, 3 wheels. That looks cool. Across the street from the post office we have this Waialua Community Association, built in the 1930s. And it's a sports place actually. I think they have if I remember correctly, a very nice basketball court inside. I will try to sneak in. I'm not sure if that works, but let's give it a try. They were very kind to me because they actually opened up this hall here. And as you can see here, we have a fantastic sports hall here. Look at the floor. It's just wood. And up here we have all these fans blowing fresh air on these people playing here. This is actually cooler than these modern, sports places they have. Everything is concrete, it's too big and all that stuff. They also have a little stage here where they could have some kind of performance. Maybe play some theater. Wow, very cool. So in the 1930s, this is how they built stuff. And the blinds here, well, we have a few missing here, but it's all wood. And that makes this a very unique place. So they have the real stuff here in Haleʻiwa town. And by the way, Waialua and Haleʻiwa, they are basically almost the same thing. They are right next to each other. The most dangerous stuff you can meet in town here is a falling coconut. So they put up this sign warning falling coconuts. Well, I mean, it's true, right? If you get the coconut in the head from up there, I don't know if you will survive that. Anyway, that's kind of cool. And this is the sports hall right here. The people I talked to, they said they use it mostly for martial arts right now. It's kind of the low season, things like that. Before coming into the central area here of Haleʻiwa, we are passing this farm here. And many people stop here to have breakfast, maybe lunch. Maybe they need to hang out in the afternoon after spending a day shopping in Haleʻiwa. Most people come from here because this is the way back to Honolulu, right? And what I need to do is to pass these big trees you see there and get closer to the center of town. I can see on the sign here they also have eco tours here, and I don't know really what that means though, but they take people to North Shore and show them the Hawaiian way, I guess. So it's kind of cool. Having breakfast in the middle of a farm. And right before you come into the real town, they built up this place. It's like a little marketplace here, and I don't think this is original in any way or form. It looks brand new, and this is just another way to cash in from all the tourists you have here. And this is also a very popular place. It looks like everybody is coming here. I mean, they buy, you know, t-shirts, surfing stuff, flip-flops, those kind of things. I usually just pass here, but since I make this video, I was planning to kind of show you a little bit of what they have, even if I never go here. It's not a bad place, it's just not my style. I want to see the real deal, right? This is more the beginning of town itself. Every little shack here is selling something. You can probably buy some hula skirt down here. You have these beautiful seashells in this store, and I've seen this forever, so it's one of these traditional stores here, I would say. Look at that. Maybe you need a seashell at your home, or maybe this vase, right? So it's a nice setup they have here in town. And all the way in the end of this street here, you have probably the most popular thing, the Shave Ice place, right? Which is Matsumoto's Shave Ice. There are more food trucks. There is also a coffee shop and a little store down there in the end. Everything up here is really small and neat. It's a very nice place though. And usually the weather is pretty good up here as well, actually. and we should probably cross the street here. I have to wait, because on the other side of the street here they have this original historic courthouse. I'm trying to find a sign when they built it, but I can't see a sign like that right now. But it's a pretty neat place. It's almost like a little museum now. And people live everywhere in the background here. This is just kind of the storefront up here. And right on the other side here, they are renovating this building. And that will of course be another story shortly, because if you have a store here, you actually make some money. I found a sign here. They say that this courthouse was built 1913. That's pretty nice. So 1913, they had good taste, okay? And look at the size of it. It's very, very small. You probably have a few rooms inside. All right, I go back to the car. Right here in town, in the middle of town, they have this little graveyard. And behind that tree, we can't see it right now, but there is the church. It's a little church. It's very, very beautiful. And all the, touristy stuff is down here. Where you see the big trees there, that's basically where people hang out. And behind there is a big parking lot that is pretty much always full. But this is really a cool place. Look at the stone wall here. It's solid. And they call this church here Liliuokalani Protestant Church, founded in 1832. That is impressive though, even for Hawaii. That is really cool. That's before anything happened here. I found a way in, and you can clearly see the church right now, right next to this beautiful graveyard. And if you look up there, all the way at the top, there is a bird up there, and it's not a rooster. It looks like a friggity bird. And after all, the name of this town is Haleʻiwa, and Iwa means friggity bird. So that's kind of interesting. And we have a beautiful arch here, creating this nice entry into this area. And right now it's full of plants, so it must be very original here. Very cool actually. You see all these roots going all the way down. And on the other side, on the outside, we have Matsumoto. And people come here and they gladly wait 30 minutes to get a bowl of shaved ice. If you would walk down 30 seconds down here, there is a red barn down there. You can get the same thing, probably even bigger, in 10 seconds, right? But because of the name, everybody comes here. Nothing is wrong with the place. It's really a cool place though, but I'm saying the lines can be very long. And I'm not very patient, so to me that drives me nuts. So I'd rather go down to the barn. All right, I think I'm down here. A last look at this. The Liliuokalani Protestant Church from 1832. Wow, it's really beautiful. It is. Right in the end of town here, before the Anahulu River, we have this. It's a busy corner because of the 7-Eleven here, and also the road is splitting here. You can go to the North Shore right here, or you can kind of go back into Waialua this way here, and it's more residential in here. Lots of very beautiful homes in this area here. You can also go to the harbor, which is kind of right behind that big truck you see there. Crossing the street there can be kind of tricky because you have too many cars. And we have the famous Anahulu Bridge from 1921. And you see the harbor in the background, and also a fantastic beach there, by the way. Because of the clear sky here, we have a fantastic view of the Haleʻiwa area here. We see the harbor, boats are going out, and we can see all the way out to Kaena Point, the northwestern tip of Oahu. People do paddleboarding, kayaking, a little bit of swimming, and yeah, fishing also. You can actually rent a boat and go out and catch a fish, right? So you have the beach here, and I would say the beach is continuing on the other side of the harbor, and it goes for miles out to the tip out there. So it's really a nice place. And up here you have some basketball hoops. You can actually play some basketball and things like that. But most stuff people do here is related to the water, because after all it's an island, right? This is the last stop. Now I'm just going to pass North Shore all the way to the area of Waimea Beach, and there is another thing I'm going to check out right there. I'm past Waimea Bay with about, I would say, half a mile, and I'm looking at the store up here, the Foodland store, and the parking lot here. And I would say the fire station you see down there is kind of the beginning of Sunset Beach, almost. And well, I'm on a mission, and I need to go up this street here all the way up to the top. And I hope I will find what I'm looking for up there. So let's go. This gate is supposed to be open, I think, but right now it's closed. And they say it's open every day from early morning to 5 p.m. I don't know what's happening here, but I have a lot of friends here on the ground. Wow, lots of chickens, and you hear them everywhere. And this fellow here, he is really enjoying the day. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Do you want to say it again? No. Oh my God, they're coming after me. I have to run. They have bullet holes up in this sign here. So you know what people are doing here, right? Maybe they're hunting the chickens. My God, look at this. They're coming after me. Do I have to run? I mean, we have 20 guys coming after me here. Oh boy, this would be fun. And it's totally green up here. And right now I'm higher up. I'm above the little town. And there is a big, massive gate here. And they have this open area here. Take a look. It's like a farmland. Privately owned. Beautiful land. Very, very interesting. Who knew, right? It's just so green, so it's hard to see what's behind the trees, normally. It is warm today, but it's not crazy warm. And that makes it like a perfect day for walking, right? And parts of this trail here will go under some trees now, so it will be even cooler. And cool means 80 plus. All the green stuff we have here is trying to get up as high as they can, right? And these plants or vines, they are just going up. Like this one. It goes all the way up to the top here. Everything here is starving for sunlight. Suddenly we have an opening here. And this looks like a little parking lot here. But because the gate is closed, nobody's here, right? Which is probably a good thing, right? Because not too many people will be up here. So you can have a quiet morning here. And it's true here. Look at the sign. High theft area. Yeah. The people here have a tendency to break in to any car you leave for 10 minutes. It's just sad. The kids here are crazy sometimes. What you see here today is actually the remaining part of a famous heiau. And the name here is Pu'u Mahuka. Hill of Escape, I guess. And somebody made a drawing of how it looked like back in the days. So they say that about 250 years ago, this was really an important temple here. And we are pretty much above the Waimea Bay below. And by the way, the entire Waimea Valley, actually. So yeah, this is really a cool place. Let me start maybe up in the corner here and see if we can see more of it. Most of the temple is gone, right? But we still have the walls and some of the flooring they used to have in the middle here. But it is pretty big, actually. Wow. I've seen many of these temples here in Hawaii, and this one is pretty big. Wow, this is cool. What could it be? 100 yards long, maybe 50 across to the other side. That's just a a crazy estimate here, but it's massive. And there is some kind of platform right here. And I saw down there when I was reading these signs, they said this is like a place where they sacrificed to the gods. They didn't say specifically what they really sacrificed, but it could be anything. And we have some view here as well, which is nice. So let's go and see if we can take a look down, maybe. Maybe a better view of the entire temple area here. Maybe if I go down here, I can see what is below here. Wow, this is really cool here. Let me try to show you what you see down here. I think this is as far as I can get there, but you see down here you have the Waimea beach, the famous surf place, and the valley, the Waimea Valley, follows the river down at the bottom there, and it slowly goes in here to the left. But I can't see it from here, but you get the picture. So we are just above the beach, which is really nice. And I have a feeling this was the best viewing spot here. I could give it a second try, maybe here. Well, you can kind of see some of it down here, but it's not that good of a view. But we have an excellent view of the temple, and that's the reason I came here, right? Not really for the view this time. The view is just an extra plus. I can't really get closer than this, because we are not supposed to be inside, and I totally understand. Can you imagine if you have a lot of people running around here? That would be too good, right? What a big job to actually produce this back in the days. We have a couple of other hikers showing up there. At the end, they also did a walk, half a mile, to be rewarded by this view here. In general, this is not a touristy place. Only a handful of people have the energy to really walk up here. Well, that was an interesting hike. It took a few minutes, maybe 10, and then the reward was right here. We had this beautiful temple here, and they really picked a nice spot with the ocean in the background, and maybe they didn't have any trees in the past here, so you could actually see more of the valley below here. But building this required a lot of resources, and only the king kind of had that, so there you have it. This is what we have left.